The essential temptation that Jesus is given is common in all three incidences of the devil's cunning today. The temptation is this: you are not who you say you are. You are not who you say you are. If you are the Son of God. He prefaces each one of those temptations with that line. If you are the Son of God. Many times, Jesus returned to the area of Palestine that was close to his place of baptism. Every time he confronted something really important in his life, he often took his disciples back to that area. Jesus often returned to his place of baptism because it was there that he heard the words of his Father so clearly, "You are my beloved Son, on you my favor rests." Jesus knew who he was. But as a human being, he needed to hear that over and over again in his heart. He needed to hear it so that he could live it. And so today, when the devil is tempting him, he's getting him to doubt who he really is. If you are the Son of God, then you can make these stones into bread. Jesus is tempted to look at the comforts of life to be what he's all about. No, that's not what I'm all about. He takes him to the parapet of the temple. Maybe you can show off and people will pay attention to you. No, that's not who I am. I do not show off. I know who I am. You can worship me and have control over all these magnificent kingdoms. Get behind me, Satan. Go away. You worship the Lord your God alone. Him alone shall you worship. The first commandment. It's kind of an interesting debate between Jesus and the devil because they're using scripture back and forth, and it reminds me sometimes of the ways in which we Catholics are so devastated sometimes when those people who know the Bible backwards, forwards, upside down, and inside out quote the Bible to us and make us feel like we don't know anything. Make us feel like we're doubting our faith suddenly. They're using the Bible against us. The devil was using the Bible against Jesus. And Jesus went to the heart of it each time by saying to the devil, I know who I am. I am the Son of God. You should not put your Lord your God to the test. So as we go through Lent during these 6 weeks, we use the actions that have become traditional for us as Catholics, for us to get to know who we are and to reaffirm that. Because you know, the same line was used on us when we were baptized. You are the Son of God. You are my son. You are my daughter. You're not just the daughter and son of your parents now, but you now are a child of God. That dignity needs to be lived out in our everyday lives, needs to come out. Unfortunately, what happens with us human beings is that we cover it up with all sorts of stuff. We fall prey to the temptation of the devil, to think that all the comforts in life are what we should go after, and that's really what's going to make us. Or that we can just show off to others and be successful and have a name for ourselves, and then we will have, and we know who we are. Or to be powerful and control things. All those same temptations that Jesus had are ours as well. They come at us in all sorts of different ways. They get us to try to deny who we are. Matthew Kelly is providing for us a website and a constant reminder each day. If you go on his website and register for the Lenten experience, each day he sends you a little video in your email, and he helps you to make a retreat during the year. And it's starting off with a whole notion of who you really are. Are you living out your call? Are you living out your identity? Today he said to us in a little film, you know, God wants more for you than you even want for yourself. God wants more for us than we want for ourselves. We resist really wanting that so much. We resist living out our identity as His children. When we are His children, we find ourselves able to act that way then towards others. And we're able also to go to Him and ask for forgiveness when we fail to live out our true identity as His children. In a couple weeks, we will be having our parish mission. And so we begin with the specific preparations for that mission on this weekend. And I said in the bulletin, and I've been printing things in there, if you've been reading along, then you're probably up to speed. But to get you up to speed verbally, the mission is in 3 parts. And the first part is the fact that we're going to have exposition of the Blessed Sacrament here in church, starting on Sunday and then ending on Tuesday evening. And during that period of time, 24/7, year round the clock, it's an opportunity for each and every single one of us to spend an hour or 2 or 3 during that retreat time praying some prayers here in church and asking the Lord to convince us as to who we are again. As we pay respect to Him in the Eucharist, we recognize who He is, and He reminds us who we are in relationship to Him, how much we are loved by Him, how much He has done for us, how much He wants us to be as close to us as the food we eat. So the 40 hours exposition of the Blessed Sacrament is an opportunity for us to spend some quiet time in prayer. We'll give you all sorts of help in order to do that. And so this weekend we start with the sign-ups. And there's a couple different ways you can keep an hour here in church. You can simply go along with the schedule that we've created, where we've taken all the different organizations or groups in the parish and assigned an hour to them. If that's not convenient for you to be able to do that hour, then sign up for another one. You don't have to sign up for, you don't have to stop at one. You could sign up for more than 1 hour during the period of the mission. Each hour, then, as I walk into this church, should have a number of people here praying and spending some quiet time with the Lord and asking Him to come more deeply into their lives. The second part of the mission are the evening sessions. Those are going to be Sunday evening, Monday evening, and Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock. It's going to include some beautifully chanted evening prayer. The choir has already begun practicing for that for us, and to help us lead that. And the talks in evening will be by some of the priests who grew up in the area here, Father Jeremy Ham, Father Jim Kiter, and Father Craig Lepper. And the theme for those talks is going to be the new Archdiocesan Vision Statement. The first night will be on encountering Jesus. The second night will be equipping disciples. And the third night will be living mercy. And we end each of those evenings with benediction. And so the evenings, starting at 7 o'clock, will last somewhere between 60 and 90 minutes. I'm not too sure, because it kind of depends on how long the priests decide to talk. And the third part is going to be our hosting of the exhibition at Holy Trinity's Gym, the exhibition of Eucharistic miracles. And it basically consists of 140 panels that tell us the stories of Eucharistic miracles that have taken place around the world. There's a couple other parts of that exhibition that we're going to be providing for you, a little bit of a bookstore, as well as an exhibition that relates to the relics of the saints and the apparitions of the Blessed Virgin Mary throughout Sunday service. So the second part of our sign-up has to do with helping to make that successful. So we need people or couples to sign up to help kind of welcome people to that exhibition as they come in from surrounding parishes or wherever, and to kind of give them some guidance if they need it. And then the second part is to help with some of the hospitality that we're going to be providing there. We're having a little coffee corner and kind of making sure that that's taken care of. So there's opportunities for you to help with that also on the sign-up forms out there in the back of the church, at the tables with the little lights on them. So a couple different ways to help out. One is signing up for an hour of adoration. Secondly, helping with the exhibition itself in 2 different ways, whether it's hospitality and the coffee end of it, or whether it's the welcome end of it as people come in, handing out brochures, that sort of thing. We give you a simple job description, follow it easy, anybody can do it. So, that's my page for everyone else, and I'm sticking to it. I me to go over a little pronunciation thing with you. Something we want to do during this, I would like to do, have you guys do during the season of Lent, is to learn the profession of faith, prayer at Mass in Latin. Because we're going to be singing the Holy Holy in Latin during the season of Lent. I thought it would be neat that by the time we get to Easter, we have this kind of thing down so that we can use it during Lent every so often. So in your music books, if you would please turn to number 842. 842. This first week, I'm just going to do the pronunciation with you, not the music part. So from the altar, I would say Mysterium Fidei, which means mystery of faith. Proclaim the mystery of faith. And your response then would be Mysterium Fidei, mortem tuam, annunciamus Domine, et tuam resurrectionem confitemur donet venias. So just repeat after me. Mysterium Fidei, mortem tuam, annunciamus Domine, et tuam resurrectionem confitemur donet venias. Do it one more time and then we'll read it through together. Okay. Mysterium Fidei, mortem tuam, annunciamus Domine, et tuam resurrectionem confitemur donet venias. Let's read it together. Mysterium Fidei, mortem tuam, annunciamus Domine, et tuam resurrectionem confitemur donet venias. The translation of this is like one of those that we say, let us proclaim, let's see. We proclaim the death of the Lord and his resurrection, and we profess his resurrection until he comes. So that's what this one is in English. Thank you.